Hi, you guys. I have a story for you about the Miami Mall, which this has been driving me crazy for days since I saw it blowing up my feed. It drives me crazy because I live here as well. And I'm like, and I'm actually like, I'm also frustrated because I checked in with Spirit about it as well. And I did get a correct and accurate answer. However, you have to be really careful when you're talking to Spirit on how you word things. And so I did get a correct and accurate answer, but I didn't realize that I needed to also ask some additional questions worded a different way. So I'm going to tell you what really happened at the Miami Mall. Partially because Elizabeth April just posted a live video discussing it. So you can watch that as well, okay? But I'm gonna go ahead and discuss it also to help spread the message. Okay, I wanna try and summarize to make this move along a little quicker too, because I get caught up in details. What has happened as far as the internet goes is that a viral story is being spread, not through the news, through social media, that giant gray aliens appeared in a Miami mall and started attacking people. And it brought about a huge reaction from the local government. The reaction from the local government, there was a ton of police presence. I heard, I don't know if this is true, the story that is being spread is that they shut down power to like tons of neighborhood, like just the surrounding area, and that supposedly the airport was even shut down. I don't know if those are true. I can't find any evidence that they were true, but it also is being covered up. Now, I did not believe that this was true. There's many reasons why I didn't believe this was true. Part of it is that, oh my gosh, train of thought. So the story that's being reported is that there were 50 plus teens that were really rowdy. I even saw a video from one of the shop owners showing the teens being rowdy in the background, and that they started setting off fireworks. The neighboring residents heard the fireworks and thought it was gunfire and called the police, and the police thought it was a mass shooting, and that's why such a heavy police presence. I also didn't believe it was true. Well, just my discernment felt like this isn't true. Like something is not right here. And I also felt like if this was like, of course, the truther side, the truther community is saying, it's a government hoax. It's the government doing this, that, or the other. Project Bluebeam, holograms, all these different things. But my argument there is, if the government was doing this, if this was like disclosure, if this was meant to scare people, then it would be on the news. They wouldn't be covering it up. So I asked Spirit, were gray aliens at the mall? I asked Jesus, Melchizedek, Isis, Merlin, and She-Ra were the ones who came through. I asked them, were gray aliens at the mall attacking people? And they told me no. They did tell me that grays, as well as many others, as we know, are observing people. And they said that they're everywhere observing people, but they're not attacking people. I asked about the story that's being released, and they said that the story like is true about like the teens, doing what they did. And they said that the viral story that's being spread is false. The viral story being spread being that gray aliens were attacking people at the mall. So that's what Spirit told me. And then I started like responding online to posts when they would come up, which is basically like every day, every time I open my phone now, saying, it's not true. Well, Elizabeth April just posted her video, and It resonated with me, and I confirmed with Spirit also after the fact that what she is saying is correct. And I also confirmed with Spirit that the reason why it's a little bit different from what I was told is that I didn't realize to ask a little bit more. And this is actually a lesson for me in making sure that how I word things and ask questions is important, because of making sure that I get the whole story and the whole picture. And that's what happened with me, that I was missing a piece. I also was just, I literally had just shared in my story something about this. And I'm not sure if I should reshare part of it. The videos I recorded were obviously wrong now that I've gotten the whole story, but there is one chunk of it that is still bothering me. So I'm not sure. There's an account with a very large following who she posted about it. She posted videos and stuff that were found. And the videos, like, she's claiming that in her post, she's basically claiming that it really happened. And she's, trying to get people to think and, realize that aliens are real and they're here and all that stuff. The actual post, it shows some of the aerial footage from the mall that day, but it shows a lot of other footage that is not accurate. It's not the mall. It's like from movies. I don't even know what it's from. People in the comments are saying it was from movies, but I can tell you that it wasn't that mall because I live here. I've been there, and it wasn't that mall. And definitely, I don't know where the video of the aliens came from, but based on what Elizabeth April said in her video, I would guess it was those were from a movie or something, and they were not. They were definitely not the aliens at the mall. So basically, the post that this girl put, claiming that the aliens at the mall really happened, it was real, is it's a false post. Like, it's false information. It's lies. It's videos that someone put together. I don't know if it was her or if she found it somewhere else. Videos that someone put together claiming it's the footage from the mall, and it's not. And what really, really bothers me about it is that she is sharing false information knowingly, because she admits in the comments that she knows that it's not like really the place, or she knows that it didn't really happen or whatever. I can't remember how she worded it, but she admits in the comments that she knows that it's not truthful video, whatever. And it really, really, really irritates me. I was going to say irritates the fuck, and then I changed it, but now I'm going to say it because I just said it. It irritates the fuck out of me. People sharing false information knowingly, regardless of the fact that the true story is close. Still, the videos she posted are false. They are fake. They are from movies or something else. And I consider it a huge irresponsibility to be sharing that. So to me, she's either, this is a different topic that I need to do a video on, discussing about false light in the spiritual community that is misleading people and teaching them false information. It's a huge problem because the dark is intentionally doing it, and it slows down the ascension process, and it causes problems in the ascension process because of false information being shared. So I have a really big problem with someone sharing false information knowingly, and I unfollowed her and blocked her. And I'm not sure if I should. Do you want me to share the account? Because as far as I'm concerned, like, that's not okay. Regardless of the fact that the true story is complicated and there is a degree of truth to it, which I'm about to tell you guys. I'm going to have to go do that in the next video. And I will tell you what really happened. And I'm sharing what Elizabeth April said as well, and what Spirit has also now confirmed with me. But the true story is similar but different. But she is still knowingly sharing false videos, false images that are not from the event in question. And she's pretending like it's true when it's not. So do you want to know who it is? Because I would want to know and unfollow, because to me that makes you question every single thing that she posts. Is it true or is it not true? Is this trustworthy information? That's not okay. She has 89,000 followers. Okay. The real story coming up next. Okay, let's finish this up. So this is part 2 of the what really happened in Miami story. I have to admit, I am surprised. So I'm just going to get to it. Hopefully you saw part 1. If you didn't see part 1 of this, go watch it. Or you might just know from opening the internet the last few days. Elizabeth April remote viewed. So she saw what happened from remote viewing. She basically put her higher self there and she saw what happened. And then she also had a conversation with one of her galactic spirit guides discussing what happened. And like I said, I confirmed with Spirit after the fact before recording these videos. If you recall from part 1, what Spirit originally told me was that there were no gray aliens attacking people in the Miami Mall. But the gray aliens, as well as many others, are around everywhere, literally everywhere, observing people. And, sometimes they're helping and sometimes they're doing other things. But they were not attacking people, and they generally aren't attacking people. I mean, I'm not going to tell you that there are no aliens that attack people because that's not true. There are reptilians and draconians and archons and other types of dark, evil, interdimensional beings that do attack people. And I think Elizabeth April even said in her video that there are some grays that do cause harm. But those are not the ones that we are talking about. And for the purposes of this and what happened, we're talking about good aliens who are only here observing and assisting and doing all those things. And they're invisible, usually. So what Elizabeth saw in the remote viewing was that these, I think she said it was two or three tall, 8-foot gray aliens appeared in the Miami Mall. It's Bayside Marketplace. Appeared in Bayside, and their intention was simply to observe, like usual. Many of these galactic beings do this all the time, everywhere, like I said. I can't talk. Continuing on that line of thought. They appeared to just go about their business like usual, observing humans. And suddenly she noticed that people started seeing them. And the people who saw them started to run in a panic, not knowing how to react. And that created a bigger panic and event. And that's where you get the huge city response, because they didn't actually, majority of the people didn't actually see them. They were reacting to the panic that was created from the first however many people that saw them. And they didn't even necessarily know what they were reacting to. So that's also why there's a variety of stories out there as to what happened. I'm not going to comment on what the city's response was. I think now I do understand the police presence, but I don't know about the rest of the stuff, and I can't find proof. And Elizabeth April did say that the men in black were called in. I don't know if that's what they're really called, but that's how she referred to them. The men in black were called in. They did remove all video. They did visit every single person who would have seen something and wipe their memories. She said that the people who actually saw the gray aliens had their memories wiped, but she's not sure if the grays themselves wiped their memories or if the men in black did. But she does know that all evidence was removed, as well as all memories from the people who witnessed. And as I'm saying this, I'm thinking to myself, God, I hope I don't get anyone showing up at my door. Probably not. But I probably don't have a big enough audience for that. But I guess I should be careful on what I put in the caption. I didn't see anything anyway, just so that if anybody's watching this, I didn't see anything anyway. So this is just my theory. Okay? This is just what I'm sharing. My theory. Anyway. So like I said, Elizabeth April, and really I'm actually sharing Elizabeth April's theory. So Elizabeth April said that the agency response from the Men in Black was to wipe everything, cover it up, all that stuff. So considering the fact that memories were wiped, it makes me wonder even more so like where the rumors are coming from. I guess some stuff got out before memories were wiped, and obviously now with stuff like this, the story is still being passed around. And I actually have a theory about that I'm going to get to at the end of this. So Elizabeth April saw that as that's what actually happened. Okay, the key point there is that they were not attacking people. They appeared to be observant and they did not expect to be seen. That's the key here. They did not expect to be seen. And people saw them and reacted, and then it created a huge thing. So what Elizabeth didn't know was why did this happen? Was it something that was created by the government, like a hologram or something like that? Or what happened? So that's when she went to her galactic guide that she speaks to all the time. If you watch her video, she refers to him all the time. And he explained to her that it was an accident. Then this is what cracks me up about it. He explained to her that it was an accident, that the galactic beings who are regularly here on Earth are used to being invisible. But Earth is in the process of ascending. And in the last month, Earth has received a certain number of solar flares that have increased the frequency to, I don't know if it's, I don't know how much into 4D it is. My intuition at this exact moment is that Earth is not fully in 4D, but is sometimes holding the vibration of 4D, or maybe it's possible that pockets of areas are fluctuating. I don't know. That's a different question for spirit. But Earth is, at the very least, at times, holding the 4D vibration instead of the 3D density. And these grays did not expect to be seen, but they were. They were seen because Earth is in a higher density now, or is in the process of vibration rising. And lo and behold, they became visible. And Elizabeth April did say at the end of her video that we should probably expect now moving forward that there will be more times that something like this happens where we see anybody sees galactic beings unexpectedly. Of course, at the same time, I love that she used this analogy. She said, think of it like almost like a CEO somewhere in the galactics sent out an urgent email to all interdimensional beings. If you're going to Earth, it's possible you may be seen now. Be aware. Can you imagine? My gosh, it's actually really funny. Like, if you think about it. So that's what happened. It was an accident. They were not attacking people. They were expecting to be invisible, but it did actually happen. And the Men in Black really were there. There really was a response, like has been talked about for a reason. My theory is that the light, higher ups, the galactics are like lower in rank versus like the Ascended Masters and God. My theory is that the higher ups that like are above the pay grade of the galactics orchestrated this on purpose, because the agenda and the intention of the dark factions on Earth, whether they're 3D, 4D, 5D, whatever, any type of evil being, human, alien, demon, galactic, whatever, their agenda is to scare people into believing that there's an alien invasion at some point in time. That's one of their ideas or one of their plans, whether or not it actually happens. So my theory is that the higher ups, Ascended Masters, God, whoever makes these decisions, I don't know who makes these decisions, but did this on purpose, and probably will have other events like this continue to happen on purpose to accidentally bring about disclosure for people to become aware without it being orchestrated by the dark in a way that scares people. So anyway, that's what happened. That's my theory. That's how my information was not exactly accurate, because they were there, but they weren't attacking people. And I had asked if they were attacking people, and that's where I got it wrong. I should have also asked if they were actually there and if they were seen. But anyway, that's what happened. And I'm out of time anyway. So share the news.